It's 5 p.m.
You're watching Polkas After Dark.
Are you guys ready up there?
Sure.
Yeah, we're okay.
Give me a second. All right. All right, quiet on the set.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's start the party. Broadcasting around the world. It's Polkas After Dark. This is your number one internet station. The music you love right here, right now. Now, your award-winning IJs, voted number one by the members of the United States Polka Association 3 consecutive years in a row, 2023, 2024, and 2025. Here's your host of Polkas After Dark, Rob and Jerry.
Hey, well, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Whatever it is, it's all good because you guys are here with us.
And we're here with you.
On Father's Day 2026, and we've got a very special Father's Day. You guys know that we don't really do Mother's Day and Father's Day broadcasts, but we have a very special one lined up for you today, and that, of course, is we are going to be joined by Terri Greene, a.k.a. Terri Lipchinsky, a.k.a.
Bloody Mary Terri.
Yep, she's going to be here this afternoon as we get a chance to chat about Dad, Tom Lipchinsky, and his award, his Lifetime Achievement Award that he was presented. And we are definitely going to start this broadcast out right. And we do want to make sure that you guys get a chance to catch this entire thing. And this was the, how is this that we want to say? Well, let's just go ahead and listen to the presentation.
Everybody dance to your favorite polka band.
Morning, everyone. My name is Ray Luke Hutch, and I see a lot of familiar faces in the crowd, some not so familiar ones. Probably know my son better than Nicky Ryan, drummer for Lenny. But several weeks ago, I was asked to come up here, asked by the Lipchinsky family if I'd be interested in presenting the Lifetime Achievement Award to them on behalf of their father and husband. And I said, I was certainly humbled and actually felt great pride in accepting, telling Terri, yes, I will do this. And I knew I had to be here for this for Tom. I spent 37 years of my life standing next to him on stage. And I can say all those years were a joy. I'm sure with all the musicians here that I see the faces in the crowd, especially you bass players. I think I had a conversation with Jack last night, how him and my son have like a certain ESP. You almost get to realize what the person's going to do before they do it, and you're just tight. And that's how it was with Tom. But I go back to the old saying, you know, God, family, and country. Tom was surely a person of that. He was a man of great faith, and when it came to family, I had a lot of conversations with him. He certainly was a family man. Great husband, a great father to his children. I know he loved them very much. Told me that many times. Brian and Terri, he did. He loved you. And I'm not going to go on real long, but what I'd like to say is I'd like to thank the U.S.P.A. board, the directors, and the delegates for making this, I think, great choice, nominating Tom for this award. And I'd like to thank everyone involved with this banquet. You did a great job. And to all the musicians here, I know over the years you guys have run around your course, you know, ran into Tom at different dances. And to me, he was one of the finest persons I ever knew, and I was glad to be acquainted with him. So with that, I would like to bring up the family of Tom Lipchinsky to present them with this Lifetime Achievement Award. Terri, Brian, thank you very much for being so attentive, and I appreciate all you musicians here today and everyone in the crowd. Thank you very much.
I don't know if I can top Mike Stepinski's acceptance speech. I'm gonna try. Pretty good. So I first wanted to thank the U.S.P.A., the board members, and the officers for honoring my father with this Lifetime Achievement Award. I'd also like to thank our family and friends who have come here to join us for the celebration, some that we knew were coming and some that we didn't. My dad loved playing polka music. He loved going to polka dances. He loved his Polish heritage. I look around this room and this festival, and I see so many people whose lives he has touched. I love hearing the stories of, I used to go see the Dynasonics play at insert festival here. Or, we love listening to your dad sing Polish. Or, the best, this one time with your dad, which usually leads to some story of shenanigans or a shop frenzy, as he liked to call it. But some of my favorites still come from my mom, his bandmates, and some special friends. I went to Poland a few years ago, and I couldn't help but think my dad would love it here. What made it special was being there with people who had known him for a long time. Sorry. One day, Adam Biskup and I were chatting, and he told me that back in the day when he and some of the other Canadians started to come to Seven Springs, the first people to take them in were my dad and the Dynasonics. That's the kind of guy he was. A friend to everyone. Last night I had countless people walk up to me and tell me what a wonderful man my dad was and congratulate him and our family on this long time coming recognition. But that was Dad, a quiet leader who didn't need accolades and did this because he loved the music and the people. Everyone last night said how much they wished he could be here for this award. We all wish he could be here. For one more song, for one more dance, for one more shot. But I can promise you this, he's sitting in polka heaven with his brothers of the note and a shit-eating grin and a shot of Crown, saying, I made it. So you guys, if you could all raise your glasses, we can have our one last toast with him to his Lifetime Achievement Award. Here's to you, Dad.
You know, I had the opportunity when I first moved to Pennsylvania when I first met Tom, and Tom was blessed either through luck or just being a terrific band leader to have the same group of guys that showed up every weekend to play. And he was very, very rarely did he have to get fillings. But every once in a while that did happen. I remember the first time I filled in with them, I was on accordion, and so I'm, of course, all nervous. I'm trying to figure out their material, what's going on, so I kind of asked somebody, hey, you know, what key is this song in? And you know, you've got the trumpet players standing there, and you've got bass players standing there, and you've got concertina players. The drummer turns to me and says, the riff is in C, the vocals G, do an F solo out. I said, drummers don't know that. I was shocked, and he was one of the most knowledgeable drummers that there were in polka music for keys and everything like that. And also, like, you nailed it. Like, what a great guy. So, I'm just all right, now.
Merka, idź kapustę, będzie dzielałem, a nogi tłuste. Idź pierogi, będzie zielałam szklane rogi. Hey, hey, what do you say? Jauze, 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 jauze.
Mr. Tom Lipchinsky, not only on the vocals, but also playing the drums there for you with the Dynasonics. Hey, we are pleased to announce that we're going to be joined by Terri Greene, Terri Lipchinsky, in just a little while. We're going to be giving her a call in about, 12, 13 minutes or so. But before we do that, why don't we make sure that we say hello, Jerry, to all the folks that are in the chat rooms. First of all, we're going to say hello to Dan Novak. Brother Dan, we're going to be seeing him.
Now, there's something soon about him. He is the most constant man in my life who was a father figure. Everything that Danny did kind of tied into who I am. So all those great things that I did for you today.
And like,
my brother taught me how to do that.
It was kind of cool. You know, Jerry looked at the stove and said, Caden replaced the igniter in the oven. And she says, you know what we need to do? We need to get rid of that hideous-looking stove hood. I said, okay, let's go. So we went to our favorite place, Lowe's, and we grabbed something, brought it home, and about an hour later, everything was all up and running, and there's no flames shooting out of it yet, so that's kind of cool. Hey,
well, let's hope not.
And again, let's go ahead and say hello to another dad here that's watching, Mr. Jeff Franzak. Hello to you and your lovely wife, Gail. We call them Jail. And let's see here. We've got Renee Lynn Robertson. Hello to you, Renee. Also to Helena Garbach. She's tuned in. Larry Birdsey. Happy Father's Day to you and your missus. And let's see here. I wonder if he's still out in Las Vegas. I
He
bet
is.
you he is.
It says from Vegas.
Ah,
Boo.
there you go.
He forgot to pack us.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next
Andrew
time.
Haverlick is here. We also have Emily Bison. Hello to you, Emily. She's front and center. She can't wait for Terri to come on and tell the story about Tommy, her dad. Let's see, Helena Garbach. We also are saying hello to Dolores Sandra Gorkowski. She is here. Chris Curtis. Hello to you, sir. Joanne Lipchinsky is here front and center. Hello to you, Joanne, and welcome. Going to be a lot of fun reminiscing about the old Uniontown days, especially with Terri. And let's see, who else do we have here? Alice Fischler. She's up in Canada. She's tuned in. She says, Happy Father's Day to all. Lisa and Greg Skovranek from the Ville down there in Connellsville. And here's to you, Tom. Tom was one of the best. Dynasonics played at their wedding. Holy smokes, Lisa and Greg Skovranek. That is awesome. Let's see here. Terri Greene is here. Good evening, everyone. Also, Marcia Rocca Moscato is joining us. Marian Pilecki, we are so saddened to hear about the passing of Mom. God bless you guys. We are going to try our best to make it out there on Tuesday. I do have a doctor's appointment in the afternoon, but fingers crossed. We're also going to say hi to Kathy Urbanchik. Kathy is here. Also, Paula Adkins. Paula is here. Let's see, Brian Lipchinsky, the son of Mr. Tom. He is here joining us and his lovely wife, I'm sure. And also hello to Denise Analowski. And Jerry, who do you have over there in YouTube so far?
I have one of the most special people ever. We have Donna Skitchulis with us today. And she said, hi, guys. Please say hi to Terri for me, or a.k.a. Tara Lipinski, as I referred to her in the late 90s
Tara
at Springs
Lipinski?
and Fedor's Grove.
Terri Lipchinsky.
No, she said Lipinski.
Lipinski.
so she, yeah.
Wow.
All right, you caught up.
We're gonna be honored. Hey, and all the folks that are tuned in on YouTube that are not in the chat room, Steve Gromala and company down there in Dunkirk. Let's get another song coming up here by the Dynasonics. Again, Tommy on the vocal. Here's one called Under the Oak Tree Na Wysokiem Dębie. Hey, also to Josh Greene, welcome. We know who that is.
ready to feel the beat of the biggest polka party of the year. The 58th Annual IPA Festival is coming to you this Labor Day weekend at the DoubleTree by Hilton Hotel Pittsburgh Cranberry. Join us for a weekend-long celebration with an incredible lineup of legends and favorites like Dennis Polisky and the Maestros Men, the Eddie Foreman Orchestra, Frankie Lishka and Blue Magic, Jerry Kaminsky's Polka Network, the IPA Tribute Band, Jimmy Weber and the Sounds Reunion, Jody Matty and the Uptown Sound, John Goda and Gorale, the Polka Country Musicians, the Polka Family, and the Twin City Sounds. It's more than just a festival. Be a part of history as we honor excellence at the prestigious IPA Hall of Fame and Awards banquet. Join us for a heartfelt polka mass on Sunday, and for a different kind of swing, join the always scenic IPA golf outing. Dance, connect, and celebrate with us. For all the latest information, visit IPApolkas.com. It's the event of the season you don't want to miss. So make your plans, and we'll see you at the 58th Annual IPA Festival this Labor Day weekend.
This Labor Day weekend, make sure you guys have your reservations. If you don't have them yet, like Jerry and I always say, you can always cancel, but you can't make them at the last minute. So try to make your reservations now, and then you'll be able to participate in one of the funnest, is there a word
Funny,
as funnest?
well,
Funnest? One of the funnest
One of the
festivals.
All right, I guess
and
you could
before
do-
that, you know what you also have? You have the Frankenmuth Festival. That comes up in August, just a month before.
It's time to make plans for the Summer Music Fest in Frankenmuth, Michigan, August 12th through the 15th. 4 days with some of the nation's most popular polka bands, including Polka Family, Frankie Lishka and Blue Magic, Polka Country Musicians, Lenny Gomulka and Chicago Push, New Brass Express, Stephanie, America's Polka Sweetheart, Dennis Polisky and the Maestros Men, John Goda and Gorali, Live It Up, a Little Wally musical tribute, New Generation, Dyna Brass, Jerry Kaminsky's Polka Network, and Freeze Dried, along with the Icicles and their Frozen in Time reunion, held in the huge 28,000 square foot Harvey Kurt Pavilion with the biggest wooden dance floor around. Music, drink, food, friends, and fun are all part of Frankenmuth, Michigan's #1 tourist attraction and one of the nation's premier polka events, the Summer Music Fest. For all the information, go to frankenmuthfestivals.com or call us at 1-800-BUNFEST. The Summer Music Fest in Frankenmuth, Michigan, August 12th through the 15th. The Summer Music Fest is brought to you in part by Drury Hotels and Fabiano Brothers.
And again, that's going to be a great time too. Jerry and I are going to try to make it out there because I think you are possibly off that Sunday and we may be able to get out there. Not really too certain or not, but we're keeping our fingers crossed. Let's see, who else do we want to say hi to? We also want to say hi to Josh. Oh, already I've got to get somebody on the phone. I'm going to do that. Here's Bobby Schultz to sing a song for you. Here's one called the Green Bridge Polka.
Mosteczek ugina się, zielony mosteczek ugina się, trawkana nie mrocznie, nie sieka się, trawkana nie mrocznie, nie sieka się. Zielony mosteczek ugina się, trawkana nie mrocznie, nie sieka się, trawkana nie mrocznie, nie sieka się. Żebym ja ten mostek harendował, żebym ja ten mostek harendował, to bym go wyprenił, wytręgował, to bym go wyprenił, wytręgował. Żebym ja ten mostek harendował, to bym go wyprenił, wytręgował, to bym go wyprenił, wytręgował. Wytręgowałbym go i wygładził, wytręgowałbym go i wygładził, a ciebie, dziewczyno, odprowadził, a ciebie, dziewczyno, odprowadził. Wytręgowałbym go i wygładził, a ciebie, dziewczyno, odprowadził, a ciebie, dziewczyno, odprowadził.
There we go. Bobby Schultz on the vocal for you guys right there with the Green Bridge polka. Hey, we got one more song that we're going to play. We've got Terri on the phone. We're going to be bringing her on. She's all excited and ready to let everybody know about Dad's story. We've got Dana Lindblad here this afternoon. And by the way, I don't know if you got a chance to type to Donna Skachillis.
I did.
But Terri says, hi, Donna, over here in Facebook. And we also have Dave Lubovinsky. He says, happy Father's Day to all the dads, granddads, stepdads, uncles, etc. And that is coming from him and his lovely missus of 1 year, Faitha. Congratulations to you. You guys were able to celebrate 1 year of wedded bliss yesterday. And again, we can't thank you enough for coming on here to Polkas After Dark. We've got one more song that we're going to play here before we bring up the lovely Terri Greene. Here's one called Mary on a Bike.
Bajcyklu jedzie tu i tam. Jasiu widział i załamał, halo Maryś, jak tam? Jako Mańka uszły cała, zadłoniła doń. Mańka młoda, bardzo piękna, a łosisz mam bon. Jedzie Mańka na bajcyklu, jedzie Mańka na bajcyklu, jedzie Mańka na bajcyklu, jedzie Mańka na bajcyklu jedzie. Hej, hej! Jedzie Johnny na bajcyklu, jedzie tu i tam. Rusza widział i zawołał, halo Johnny, jak tam? Jako Johnny uszły cała, zadłoniła doń. U nie mowa zawsze piękne, a łosić mam boń. Jedzie Johnny na bajcyklu, jedzie Johnny na bajcyklu, jedzie Johnny na bajcyklu, jedzie Johnny na bajcyklu, jedzie. Jedzie tu i tam. Lusian widział i zadzwonił, halo Lonia, jak tam? Jako Lonia uszły całą, zadłoniła doń. Lonia młoda, tak się piękna, a łosisz mam bon. Jedzie Lonia na bajcyklu, jedzie Lonia na bajcyklu, jedzie Lonia na bajcyklu, jedzie Lonia na bajcyklu jedzie.
Mary on a Bike. Mary on a Bike. There's the Dynasonics with Tom featured on the vocal. And we are excited to have our very first in 6 years, Father's Day celebration today. And boy, what a celebration this is going to be, because we have on the live line with us Terri Lynn Greene, a.k.a. Bloody Mary Terri, a.k.a. Terri Lipchinsky. She goes by so many aliases, and she probably has her picture up at the post office. If I did. Hey,
let's hope not.
Terri, we are live with you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah. And
thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it.
Well, this is going to be an exciting time, because we are showing a bunch of pictures here, not only of Tommy through the years with the family. We want to thank your mom for stopping in here. Joanne Lipchinsky, also your brother Brian, he's tuned in, your sister-in-law, as well as your hubby Josh, and a lot more people. And we want to make sure that we say hello to Ray J. Ray Yaroshinsky. He is here in the crowd, him and his lovely wife Marianne. Let's see here, Pat Mazer. We've got the Curtis family here from Ohio, and also CJ Jadosh. He is here as well. Hey, Terry, I just want to let you go ahead and start out with how long did your dad actually play polka music? Do you have any idea?
So he started when he was about 16, filling in with a couple bands here and there. And I think when he was 15 or 16, he actually would start sitting in with bands like the Invictas from Grindstone, and some of the other small bands from down in the Fayette County Uniontown area. And one of my favorite stories that I put in his biography, if anyone read it, was the story of how he got the in. And Al Volek told me the story, which was even more special since Al received this award a couple of years ago from the U.S.P.A. And he and my dad were old buddies, so it was kind of nice to get this story from him. But Al told me that, when my dad was a toddler, my grandpap used to take him to the radio stations when they'd play on Sunday nights. They'd have live bands, and my dad would just sit there, and he loved the music. And so it was appropriate that if you fast forwarded, my grandpap got a call one day, and it was Silvio Martini from the Invictas, and he says, "Hey, a drummer can't make it tonight." He says, "Do you think Tom can sit in and play a whole job for us?" And he never did a whole job. And my grandpap asked him, and he said, "I'll bring him down." So they went down to the Connellsville Polish Club, and he played a whole gig with the Invictas. And I guess, Silvio and Al and all the guys that were in the band, they were really impressed with him and thought, "Oh boy, this guy's really got it." And it was right after that, when he was 17, he joined the Dynasonics.
Wow, so at age 17, and I know he was with them for almost 40 years, I think. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So he he played for about 40 years. He started with the Dynasonics, and then he took over the band from Bob Schultz around 1980. And I guess the rest is history.
Wow. Unbelievable. So let's, and my ADD is going to kick in throughout this whole interview. And you know that sincerely, because you and I go way back, as well as Mom. And I see there's in some pictures that we also are sharing that Brian kind of took over for Dad, and he has been playing drums as well. Is he playing his own drums, Terry, or is he playing Dad's drums, or what in some of these pictures? Do you know?
So a little bit of both. So Dad had bought Brian a set of drums when he was young. I think in elementary school he got his first set, and I think he's gotten a few different sets since then. But after Dad passed a couple of years ago, Brian has been known to take Dad's drums out for, I would say, special occasions. So the year that Dad passed away in 2022, the Dynasonics were still going to play a Kalende Christmas dance at the Connellsville Polish Club, and Brian filled in for him, and he played Dad's drums that day.
Oh, that's beautiful. That really is. Do you have any idea what make? I'm sure Brian knows, and he'll be able to chime in the chat room here, because he's over joining us in Facebook for the Polkas After Dark broadcast. I also want to make mention real quick. Don't let me get diverted here.
Finish the question.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll finish the question.
Because you will not remember it in 2 minutes.
Boy. Okay. Anybody know what brand of drums that Tommy Lipchinsky played? Because I know I want to say he had the same gold set. Am I correct?
Yeah, it was the Rogers set.
Rogers, okay. All right, because I remember the snare drum. He had a really tight snare drum, and I loved watching his licks that he played. And his vocals, and as soon as Tommy would, do something, sometimes it was like he said, I even amazed myself with some of these, Peg, but, he'd look over and give me that real shitty grin, and I'm there like, yeah. That was mostly at, I want to say Fedore's Grove and also Seven Springs, because they did a lot at Seven Springs over the years.
Yeah, I mean, Josh and I finally got to go back to Seven Springs last year for the 4th of July. We hadn't been there for about 8 years between getting married and COVID and some different things. And, we finally got to go back, but that was the festival I grew up going to. I think only my first couple years of my life I didn't go. And then my parents started taking me and taking my brother, and we were up at Seven Springs every summer, every fall.
Yeah.
That was our vacation, because Dad worked in the coal mine, so he didn't get a lot of vacations, but he'd take a whole week off, and we'd go to Seven Springs for the whole week.
And I knew Brian would chime in. He said, Rogers, it was the pink champagne color. That's what it was. And it was purchased back in 1974 from Trombinos. Oh my gosh. Boy, are those memories coming out of the wall, Terry. This is nuts.
How about it?
This is nuts. Hey, also, do you have any idea how the Dynasonics got their name?
I don't. I don't know if Brian does. I think that's probably a hidden secret and treasure that maybe Bob Schultz holds on to.
Sure. And did Dad play any other instruments besides drums?
Yes. From what we understand, his grandmother or great-grandmother bought him an accordion when he was a kid.
Oh, wow.
So he played the accordion, and he'd bring it out, for different times. He'd play it in church at Christmas and couple other occasions. He would just, jump up with a band and play it. And it was fun because after my brother and Shayna started having, their kids, he'd play for the girls at Christmas. He'd play them Christmas songs after we had Christmas dinner. And so he played that, and he dabbled in concertina a little bit too.
Now that I remember seeing a picture. I don't know if we have it in our repertoire or not, but I do remember seeing a picture of Tom, because I think I may have asked you at U.S.P.A. that did he play concertina, and you said yeah he did, and I did not know that. Holy smokes.
He did, and one of the last times he played it was out at the Canton Polish Club for the Punchki dance. I don't know if it was 2021 or 22, but he and Brian took a road trip together out there to play with the Polish six-pack, and somebody came up to sit in on drums, so Dad picked up the concertina.
Interesting. That is totally amazing. We've got a lot of people jumping in here. You probably know a girl by the name of Jill. Let's see, what is that? Czernia. Jill Cerniak, right?
I've heard of her once or twice.
Well, she is here along with Mr. Jeff Yash. We want to say hi to them. Devon is here this evening. So we want to also jump in and say hello to her. Mr. Ed Ryeski. Beverly Ceremet, Beverly Sims is tuned in today. Holy smokes. You're bringing him out of the woodwork there, kiddo.
I tell you, hey, I want to personally say hi to Donna Scotchillis, because I tell you what, I met her and her husband and Jonathan, their son, years ago, and it cracked me up that she remembered. She called me Terri Lipchinsky all the time because of the ice skater that went to the Olympics.
Yeah. Well, that was so funny, because when Jerry was making that comment, I said, no, Terri Lipchinsky. She says, no, Terri Lipchinsky. That's what she typed.
She was right. So I just want to say hi to Donna. I miss you. I hope you're doing well.
Donna, and we got a chance to interview Scotch early on, and we are so fortunate that we did. Terry, we're losing so many folks. As you know, we just said, not even our goodbyes yet, to Tommy Wunderlich.
Yeah,
and that is just so devastating.
Just a great guy, great musician, great friend. As soon as my mom heard the news, she said, well, your dad got another buddy up there, because, they were like two peas in a pod. with their mischievous little grins and things that they would do. And again, she said it the best, and the same that a lot of people are saying. He was a friend to everybody. I don't know anyone who didn't like him.
Exactly.
And he contributed so much to the music, but above and beyond, just a wonderful friend.
Well, and you hit the nail right on the head. Nobody had anything bad to say when he was around, nor since his passing. Everybody admired your dad, admired his gift. It wasn't a talent, it was a gift, as Jerry and I always say. And your brother finally has chimed in, and he said the name was created. Jerry, why don't you read that to everybody?
Okay, well, we have two stories here. We have Brian's, and then Josh jumped in and also gave us a story.
Okay.
So we're going to go with Brian's.
Brian first.
His says the name was created prior to him joining the band. Ironically, the Dynasonic snare drum by Rogers was purchased after that. In my opinion, one of the best sounding snare drums ever created.
Yes.
Hardly ever had to tune it.
Yeah.
And then Josh said that he had asked Tom about it, and that he said the Roger Dynasonic is a legendary, highly sought after snare drum.
True.
First introduced in the early 1960s. So they kind of both said the same story.
Wow, well, that's good, and they didn't even have to call each other and say, "Hey, so what are you going to say?" like the Catholic girls. What are you wearing to school tomorrow? Well, the same thing you are. Oh, good gosh, that's great. And let's see, Brian also mentioned, when he played at U.S.P.A. a few years ago. Why don't you read that,
For
Jerry?
Al Volek's Lifetime Award, you gave me one of the best compliments ever, saying that it reminded you of my dad playing up there. I will never forget that.
Yeah.
He really did.
Your bro did. Your bro did a good job. I don't know if Brian's continuing to play with any other bands or not. And do you happen to know that, Terry, before he jumps in?
So he'll play with the Polish Six Pack, here and there if he's around. But life's busy with three girls, and but he does play with a band in like the Uniontown, southwestern PA area called Variety Pack, and they are exactly as they sound. They play songs from the '60s to today, and they're. Again, I'm biased, but they're fantastic. So if anybody ever gets the opportunity to go see them, check them out. Like I said, they're called Variety Pack.
That is beautiful. Now, do you know who is in the, what were you saying, the very first band?
The Polish Six Pack.
Who plays with the band normally?
I mean, the Polish Six Pack's never just six guys, hence the Polish Six Pack. So, normally it's like Tom Bish, my dad would play, Al Volek would play. Sometimes one of Al's sons would show up to play, whether it was Alan or Jeff. Joe T. Berry, Nick T. Berry.
Oh, wow.
I say old man Jack Beachley. That's what we always called Jack
Senior.
Junior. And then little known fact, Jack that we all know is Jack the Third.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. There was a Jack Senior who, oddly enough, built the bar that is in my parents' house when they moved in.
Oh boy! Now tell everybody the address that Mom lives. No, don't.
We can go check out the bar.
Everybody can check out the bar. They're really interested in seeing the craftsmanship. There were probably so many people there anyhow over the years. It doesn't matter at this point. Jeez,
we had some great parties. I remember when I was a kid and the Dynasonics would play, or if it was the holidays or something, the band guys would come over, other family and friends would come over, and they would have a jam session in the basement.
Wow. Hey, do you know what your dad's personal favorite genre of music was when he wasn't listening to polkas, Terry?
He liked oldies, and when I say oldies, I'm gonna preface by saying I realize that even some of the music that I listened to is now considered oldies, and that hurts a little bit.
Yeah.
I was telling my mom over the weekend, we had some classic like 60s, 70s rock on. And I said, I remember when my dad would play at the Grove, or he'd play at Bellevue Swim Club.
Oh, wow, that's another place.
One of those other local haunts on a Sunday, and we'd be there till who knows when. When we were driving home in the car, that was always the music that they had playing.
Gotcha.
It was all kinds of oldies, like I said, 50s, 60s, 70s. Sometimes you get into that little bit older genre, but
sure.
He liked all of that. That was easy listening music to him. But I think he was one of those people. He kind of liked a little bit of everything, with the exception of, the quote unquote hard stuff.
Yeah.
But he was well-rounded in music.
Oh, good deal.
As well.
And
which is also what made the Dynasonics pretty appealing for all those years too, is that they played American music along with polkas. So if you wanted both, like for a wedding, they were the wedding band.
And they did a lot of weddings over the years. I remember that for sure. Hey, your dad sang perfect Polish with his pronunciation. Did he speak Polish as well, Terri?
Just a little bit, not as much as you would think, but he spoke enough to have a short conversation, but that was about it.
Yeah. And was Dad's favorite polka style push or honky, or did he like a mixture of both?
He liked a mixture of both of them. I mean, he liked the Eastern style, Chicago style, honky style. His one of his favorite songs was "Holiday in Poland."
Gotcha. And of course, Dennis Polisky, he was a very good friend with Dennis, Ricky Bernier, Jack, just everybody with Dennis Polisky's Maestro's Men. Jackie Libera, of course.
Dad and Karen Olszewski actually shared a birthday, too.
Yes, I saw that. And boy, another gal that was taken from us way, way too soon.
Absolutely.
What a very, very a sweetheart. Another sweetheart. Hey, so do you have a memorable gig that Dad played that you were at, and maybe the band either was firing on all cylinders, was 100%, or maybe it was the biggest crowd that Dad ever performed in or with? Do you recall one of those?
I can't. I will say one of the ones that I knew was one of my favorites, but it was also one of his. And the band was on it. They played the Lounge at U.S.P.A. and I think it was in 2000.
Okay, I remember that.
And he was so excited that they got booked. They played the banquet that morning and they played the Lounge in the afternoon, or in the evening, I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. And he was so excited, and he said, he says, all these bands, they want to be in the main hall, which is great. There's nothing wrong with that. He said, but it's just it was the coal miner in him, the Southwestern PA in him.
Yeah.
He says, I want to be out in the lounge where the people are partying, like really partying, because it was that quiet bunch you'd see in that back corner of the bar. Yeah. And his old buddies would always come out, and they'd always be there to support them. But he had a blast at that gig.
That's great. Now, we know who you idolized growing up, which was Dad, but do you have any idea who Dad idolized in either the polka music field or another genre?
I know he really appreciated Roger Malinowski's drumming.
Oh, as everybody does, as every true drummer does.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, other than Roger, I can't think of it. Or there's probably so many names coming into my head right now that I just can't put them down.
No, you mentioned Roger, and every drummer imaginable loves Roger. And Roger and I still keep in touch over these years, and we have tried and begged and pleaded on bended knees to get Roger to come on, but the guy is just so modest. He says, nobody wants to hear my story. And it's like, Roger, you are 100% wrong, dude.
Everyone wants to hear your story, Roger.
Yeah, here, here. Hey, we're going to say hello to Linda Swiderski. She says hello from Cleveland, coming in loud and clear. Great interview with Terri. And also, Jerry, Brian's jumping in here as well.
He did. He said that your dad told him a story about 1994 Feeders Grove sharing the stage with Lenny. Place was packed, both bands on fire for 2 hours past closing time.
Oh, wow. I
That's
remember
a long
those
time
days,
to
too.
be. Yeah.
I remember those days, too. Yeah. Feeders Grove was an iconic place. You know, for those that live in Pennsylvania, we kind of grew accustomed to, and we also just took it for granted. And unfortunately, it's no longer there. But I was talking with Jerry and 2 of the people that she's no longer allowed to hang around with, which is Renee Robertson and also Paula Atkins.
I knew it was going to be those 2.
Oh, jeez. No, and I bust their cans. I really do. They're great women. And
Yeah.
I know how to say no.
Yeah.
I wouldn't,
Trust
but
me,
I know how.
But, you know, again, it's just Feeders Grove left a lasting imprint in anybody's mind that was ever there. And in talking with people, say, you know, now it's no longer there, it's torn down, or it's the grass is so high it exceeds the building. But Terri, those were some fun times for us, wasn't it?
Feedor's was great. And like I said, between Feedor's and Bellevue Swim Club, I mean, we were pretty much at one place or the other, you know, almost every Sunday a month. And then when I turned 16, I got all excited. That was the first place I asked to go when I got my driver's license.
Oh, really?
You know, I don't know who it was, but, you know, for whatever, I'll say, hey, TBC's playing at the Grove. Are you guys going to go? And, you know, at that point, Brian was heavy into sports, and they'd say, well, Brian's got a game, but you can take the car and go. And I got to start going to the Grove myself.
Wow. Hey, and Brian also jumped in. He says he was a big Bobby Zima fan as well. Your dad was.
Not surprising.
And yep, and everybody here, anybody that played drums in a polka band when they started out, they always wanted to sound like one of the 3 guys, and that was Bobby Zima, Bobby Zima, Jerry Tokarz, and of course Roger Malinowski. And a lot of the very, very great drummers grabbed a little bit, a piece of each one of them, and put them all together and condensed them and added a lot of their stuff, their own stuff as well. Hey, Bobby Szymanski is tuned in, and he says, love the interview and valued my time spent with Tom. Back in the day, we would share the stage with Tom. Let's see, and even though my screen just jumped, Jerry.
And even though you only crossed paths a few times a year, Tom made you feel like the best old-time friends. He was one of a kind, and I'm sure a great dad as well.
Yeah.
Amen to that one.
Thanks, Bobby.
And Bobby Szymanski, of course, played with the world-famous Jan Simon musical airs. We had Bobby on for an interview. What an amazing guy. But, you know, I digress here with this. A lot of the musicians that Tommy shared the stage with, Ray Lukács alluded to the fact that he shared the stage with him for like almost 40 years. And that is unheard of nowadays in a polka band, because so many bands change musicians, or they, you know, change the guys, move them around for one reason or another. And the Dynasonics, I remember when you went to see them, it was always the same guys, and I think that is what made the band unique and kick ass, and I'm going to say that too.
Yeah, I agree. You know, it's pretty cool to think that, you know, when he joined the band in the 70s, Jack Beachley was playing, Bobby Schultz was playing, and he played the entire time with those 2.
Yeah.
And then Ray joined the band in the early 80s, and Ray was with him for the rest of the duration. And then Joe T-Berry, he joined in the 90s, and then Joe was with him for the rest of it too. And Stevie Sims played before Joe.
Sims, that's right, I remember.
Stevie was there for a long time before before Joe joined the band. So you're right. They have a lot of long-time musicians. There wasn't turnover. And then, then out of these guys that became lifelong friends and played music together almost their entire lives, you have more products, like my brother playing drums, Ryan Lukacs playing drums, Jack Beachley playing everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Nick T-Berry playing everything.
Yeah, he's another one.
So
yeah, he is definitely another one. Did your dad have a favorite song that he liked to play or sing?
I don't know. I don't think I ever asked him that. I will say he, like Mary on a Bicycle that you played earlier that we talked about.
Yeah.
He had played that song for a long time. And especially then when they recorded it in the early 2000s on the You Requested It album.
Yeah.
It kind of had a rebirth in the early 2000s, and it was like all of my friends and just other people that enjoyed the Dynasonics, every time they played that song, it was like everybody's energy level went off the meter.
Yeah. Yeah. Your dad had a very certain finesse about his vocals. He loved Lush. Lush was truly one of his favorites.
Yes.
But when he sang a song, he made it his own. And I talked to so many musicians and so many people over the years on this broadcast, and everybody kind of agrees. Back in the day, you would be able to walk in, you remember Hardy's Pub, right?
Yeah.
In Greensburg. Hardy's Pub or Fedor's Grove or Starlight Ballroom in Pittsburgh, PA, or Idora Park in Youngstown. Dino's, yeah, oh my gosh. How about Friendship Lounge?
Friendship Lounge, yeah.
You're starting to bring these back. That's kind of scary, Terry. But, you used to be able to get out of the car, and when you were walking towards that hall, you knew what band was playing at that time. Whether it was Lush, Versatones, Wanda and Stephanie, you knew who was on the stage as you were walking in before your feet even hit the door. And it's kind of strange because now that doesn't happen. And
No.
I don't know if it's just me getting old or senile or whatever the heck the case may be. But I don't know. Just some really, really nice stuff. And that's why
it's a little sad, the older we get and the less bands that there are, and there's more fill-ins, there's more whatever, and it's just the nature of the beast. Like you said, we're losing a lot of musicians, and we're losing a lot of bands, and I'm just grateful for the ones who are still out there playing and bringing music to everybody, because if it wasn't for them, this is going to be gone quick. So
you are absolutely right. And Andrew Haverlick, who does a show on Facebook, if you catch him every once in a while, he had asked how many recordings did the Dynasonics have, and your bro once again jumps in, comes to the rescue. He says, Andy, 3. There were 3. And
he's the man behind the screen. That's Brian.
Yeah, he's like the Wizard of Oz. But geez, it's just great to hear a lot of this stuff. Would you have imagined in your wildest dreams, being a kid at 16 or 17, would you have imagined that your dad would have created the legacy that he has left behind? And then I want to talk more about the Lifetime Achievement Award. But would you have ever imagined that he had created a monster, so to speak, with his playing, his singing, and the Dynasonics?
I would say if you asked me when I was 13 or 14, no, because I didn't appreciate it as much at that age. But then I got to be, like I said, 14, 15, 16, I started coming around to it more. And that's when I used to start going to dances with him, because Mom and Brian, had sports or whatever and couldn't make it. And, and then I'd watch him and he'd say, I really want to, he and I went to U.S.P.A. and he says, I'd really like to play here. And I got to see the excitement in his eyes about wanting to get back on the road and doing a little more. Because the Dynasonics, when they were in their young years, man, they were all over the place. They were in Jersey, they were in Baltimore, they were in wherever. And he says, I want to see if I can get the guys to start going to a couple places. He said, nothing crazy. And, they ended up at U.S.P.A. They ended up at Polka Motion.
Yeah, I remember those days too.
They ended up playing up at one of the clubs in Erie and a bar in Cleveland. I remember we went to. I can't think of what the name of it was, but they'd once in a while get out of their comfort zone and they'd start going again. And I could see it at that point when I could see like how excited he was to get out and do that. And then, once we all got a little bit older, then like, Brian's getting really into it, and it's cute watching his kids get into it now. And it's very nice. It's very wholesome. It's very humbling even for us, to watch him get this award.
Yeah, here. So let's talk about the award real quick now. What went through you guys' mind? First of all, the U.S.P.A. We love going there. We love the people. We love everybody involved with the U.S.P.A. And
Yes.
again, except for that Robertson chick and Adkins, but other than, and they know we're just busting their chops. Come on, we have to.
It's never their fault, though.
You can always say no.
But, U.S.P.A., what went through your mind? First of all, who got the call? Did you get the call? Did Mom get the call?
I got the call. I got the call from Cindy Fisher. She sent me a text and, said who she was because I didn't have her number. And she said she needed to call me for something. And honestly, I thought, what's Cindy calling me for? Like, I'm not working for U.S.P.A. or I'm not whatever. I'm a member, but I'm sure she doesn't call everybody. So I had no idea when she called that day that that's what she was calling for. And I was truly, and honestly, I still am, I was speechless.
Yeah, just a great time. You did a wonderful acceptance speech. It was nice seeing Les taking pictures of the whole entire thing with your mom, with your brother, and then the entire family. That was also great too. But, your dad made an impact on a lot of people's lives. And we say this a lot. It's a shame that, people aren't recognized during the course of time that they are with us. But it is nice and it is truly acceptable and humbling when they do recognize somebody that has passed.
I thought the same thing, and so many people said it to me before U.S.P.A., at U.S.P.A., and we all said it too. Like, we wish he could have been here for this and, seen what he did and how many people he impacted. But I'll tell you when it hit me, like, what a great honor this was is, I started poking around on the U.S.P.A. website and I was looking at past people who have received this award, whether living or deceased. And I realized, Scrubby wasn't even here. He had already passed away when he got his award. And to put my dad in a class with Scrubby might be dangerous.
Well, to put anybody in the class with Scrubby was dangerous. And yes, I have to agree with you. Dad is definitely up there in one of the top 5.
Oh, yeah. But I said, here's Scrubby, who was bigger than life, and everybody knew him. And he was a wonderful musician and obviously very entertaining. But I thought, even Scrubby got this after he passed away because nobody thinks they're going to pass away so young. Yeah. So, you think you have all the time in the world to give an award to somebody or, recognize them for their achievements or what they've done, but you truly never know. Again, Tommy's a great example of that. Yeah. Tommy Wanderlich.
Yeah.
And it's just, I know it's cliche, but, it's one of those, like, if you care about somebody or you love someone, tell them, hug everyone, make plans to do things with the people who are there for you, and make sure you recognize people while they're here when you can.
Yes, you hit the nail on the head with that too, because I don't know if you've ever heard us mention on the broadcast or not, but Jerry and I, whenever we end a telephone conversation with any one of our friends, anybody that we talk to that we're close with, and I mean, we even say this to people that we work with, some of our fellow employees, but a lot of the polka people, we always end a phone conversation or we give a hug before we leave someone, and we always say love you. I mean, it's just a certain thing, but this is like family. Come on, Terri.
It is. And again, I'll say, when we went to the banquet that Saturday morning, obviously we knew like our family and, a couple of like Ray from the band was going to be there. Joe T-Berry and his wife Mary came out. But then, my group of friends who, could have slept in on Saturday morning and just kind of they all showed up for me, for my family.
Yeah.
And all those girls and their husbands, boyfriends.
And we lost YouTube as well?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, wonder what is going on with that. Hey, Terri, you're still with us, so just bear with us for a couple of minutes. It looks like
no problem.
Did jump back on. And also, Jerry, did YouTube come back on? It looks like it did.
Yep. All right, we're back up.
Okay.
Hopefully everybody's
So
still here.
That's good. That's good, too. Yeah, okay, there. It did jump back on.
Yes.
We don't know what it is. Every once in a while, Facebook or YouTube will throw a little wrench into the works. I don't think we mentioned anything particular that was copywritten. Terri hasn't mentioned a form of Bloody Mary mix or anything like that.
No,
so I don't think we'll get
nothing,
sued for anything like that.
Nothing specific, and if I did, it would be Duda's Farm in Uniontown makes farm fresh Bloody Mary mix. That's the best out there.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Okay, so who is this? Give a shameless plug, please.
The shameless plug is for Duda's Farm, local farm in Fayette County, down around Uniontown. They make, out of their fresh vegetables on the farm, they make a Bloody Mary mix, and it is delicious.
Oh, we are going to have to try to get a hold of them and get a hold of somebody from Uniontown the next time we see them.
Hint.
Oh, you hint. Yeah. We're going to try to get a hold of some. I love my Bloody Mary mix. It's a Mr. and Mrs. T. It's a Mr. and Mrs. T's, bold and spicy, and I do Virgin Marys. But Jerry will like an occasional Bloody Mary. But okay, well, we digress with that, and I'm sure we'll be sued for that, I'm sure. But let's go ahead.
No such thing as bad advertising.
That's true. That's true. Do you recall a dad ever mentioning a most embarrassing moment on stage or off stage? Did he ever share any of that with you?
I don't know. We might have to. Oh, Brian said he's picking you up Bloody Mary mix.
Awesome. Thank you.
There we go. Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner.
I don't know if Brian's got a good embarrassing story. I can't really think of any. I'm sure they're out there.
Yeah.
But nothing I can think of off the top of my head.
All right. Well, the 3 recordings that your dad did, and I told you I go every place with these interviews. The 3 recordings that he did, what was the latest recording? You requested it?
Yes.
That was the very last one. Okay, gotcha.
That was the last one.
How long was that out?
That came out in 2002.
Okay, so it's been a while.
Yeah.
And does the Dynasonics still play?
No, they're not playing anymore. I think that Kalende Christmas dance at the Connellsville Polish Club was the last job they did.
Okay. All right. Because, again, they were a great band. I know your dad and Tommy Bish and everybody were very, very instrumental. Jack Beachley Jr., which now is the 3rd. You just corrected everybody there. Can't wait to see him again.
The whole world knows better.
Yeah, the whole world knows better. But with that being said, the Polish Club, I mean, all the guys not only met there, they drank there. I think they had a bowling team, didn't they, at one point?
Yeah, they used to have one of those like mechanical bowling machines. Yep. They had a bowling league way back when.
That was going back to the early 70s, believe it or not, because I remember Big Jim Morgan and John Morava from WMBS Radio. Do you remember those guys?
Yes. Yep.
Yep. They used to go there all the time and bowl. And it's like, these guys are on a bowling league? Yeah, they used to have, and correct me if I'm wrong, they used to have a bowling banquet.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
Yeah, where they'd get together and they'd have, dinner and drinks and everything in the back hall. And it was just a lot of fun. They had shirts that said Uniontown Polish Club. I remember that very, very distinctly from back in the 70s. Geez. Hey, I have kept you on here for so long. Do you have a couple more minutes that you can spare with us?
Sure.
Perfect. Give us some most memorable times, not so much playing, but some memorable times that you can think of Dad. Today's Father's Day. What made Father's Day special in yours and Brian's lives?
I mean, Dad was the same guy at home that he was when he played. He was quiet. He didn't always say a lot, but when he did, it was profound. And it was just, he was always there to support us. Brian and I both played sports. He and Mom were always there. Brian did more traveling with sports. He always went with him. They didn't miss games. They didn't miss anything. And even growing up, Dad worked in the coal mine. He would have to swing shifts and work different hours, but he always made a point to be there for everything he possibly could for us.
Now, how did work affect his playing? Because sometimes that work really gets on your nerves.
It does. But when he was in the coal mine, mom was a stay-at-home mom. So, Dad was the breadwinner. Dad was the sole source of income. So, he didn't really have a choice. So, if he had to work midnight shift, then, there were no jobs that weekend.
Yeah.
But, usually he could kind of make it work out, or he would have weekends off. So it wouldn't necessarily affect him. It would only affect him going into Monday when the shift changed and he had to adapt to a new schedule.
Yeah. Wow. And how long did he work for the coal mines? How many
He
years?
worked at Emerald Coal Mine for 38 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, I think it was about the last, and maybe Brian can jump in, maybe like 8 years, he had finally stopped going underground. And he worked outside of the mine. But
okay,
for the rest of it, he was in the mine for all of it.
Wow. You traveled a lot with Mom and Dad at various locations. We had mentioned Springs and other places that he had performed. Do you have any favorite breakdown story that maybe you were going with the family, Dad was playing somewhere, and either broke down on the way there or on the way back? Did that ever happen to you guys?
Well, here's one I can tell you, and again, we were just talking about this with Mom. Because we're going on our vacations. We're surrounded by, where does our family live? Where can we afford to go?
Sure.
So that's why we went to Buffalo a lot, because my mom's got family that's still up there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So we were in Buffalo a lot. So, it got to a point where I could drive around Buffalo without a GPS or a map because I knew where everything was.
Yeah.
But it was one of the years we were on our way up there for like a family vacation. I don't think Dad was playing that weekend, but we were on our way up. And my parents had a Chevy Lumina, and we stopped at Grove City to go shopping. And we left Grove City, and all the lights on the dashboard went on, and they had to find a local mechanic. And they said, "Your alternator's gone. You need a new alternator." So he says, "All right, fine." So, they pay how much, they get a new alternator. We didn't drive 7 miles and the alternator blew again.
Oh, wow.
We had to go back, get another one put in, and then finish our trek up. And I think it went one more time on that trip.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. So then it wasn't the alternator, it was something else causing the alternator to go.
It was a Chevy Lumina, that's what it was.
Watch your mouth now. We're Chevy people too.
Dad always, he pretty much said, once you got north of Grove City and you ended up in between Grove City and Erie, like in that Meadville area, he called it the Bermuda Triangle. He said, as long as we can get through here, we're good.
Oh, geez, that's funny. And you said that Mom still has relatives up here in the Buffalo, New York area.
Yes.
For everybody listening, give us their address, and also what kind of stereo equipment do they have in their home? Just out of curiosity.
Well,
Kidding.
Jerry and Trish Krasinski up there. I bet they got something good in the house, since Jerry was a musician.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm sure they got something good piping through their house.
Wow, that's beautiful. Hey, Jerry, I want you to read something that Brian posted there real quick in Facebook.
Brian said, 100% Terry. I know he was looking down today on Briella, watching her bring home the gold. I know there's no doubt in my mind if he was here today that he would have been at Edinburgh with us and obviously partaking with the parents in the lobbies with some post-game adult pops.
Now, is that Brielle or Briella?
It's Brielle. Brielle had her I think it's her first time up there. She had her first big soccer tournament up in Edinburgh this weekend. Nice. So that's where Brian and Shayna and the kids were, and her team won the gold today in their age group.
Great. That's off of the 219, isn't it? Edinburgh? I'm trying to remember.
It's up in that Bermuda Triangle area.
Okay. All right.
Enough said.
Well, hopefully he's home and he made it home safe with the kids, so that's all that matters too. Hey, Terry, I have to thank you on behalf of Jerry and I for spending Father's Day chatting about Tom and just
But is there anything else she wants to brag about?
Yeah. Tell us something else. I mean, we still have time.
So one of the things that popped into my head, it's one of the pictures that you guys have streaming here, but kind of little known fact, but Bill Mazeroski, who was a very well-known player for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Okay.
After he'd retired from playing and he got into like middle-aged or so, Bill Mazeroski actually ran for commissioner in Greensburg.
Oh.
And they had, a campaign event or whatever, and the Dynasonics played Bill Mazeroski's campaign event.
That is so cool.
Wow.
That is really cool.
That is huge. That really is.
Right? And you can ask my mom this past year when Bill Mazeroski passed away. Her text to me said, "I lost my hero," because so many people her age looked up to Bill Mazeroski when they were kids, and he was such a good player and such a class act. But I always thought that was really cool. That's the Dynasonics. Dad got him hooked up playing a Bill Mazeroski campaign event.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Cool. That is cool.
Spoiler alert: he didn't win.
Well,
that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. At least he was there, and everybody that loved him supported him, and that's what's needed nowadays. Holy smokes! Hey, what did Josh just mention?
This is so cool. I asked Tom for it is. I asked Tom for his blessing to marry Terry, and he said, "Absolutely, you have my blessing, and an understanding that there is a no return policy." Love him. That's so sweet.
A no return policy.
That
would be Tommy. Yeah. That definitely would be Tommy.
And a really good friend of ours is Father Paul Lizick, and you may have run into Father Paul at Seven Springs because he was up there. He's up there often, and Father Paul came and married Josh and I.
Aww.
And the first time Father Paul met Josh, he genuflected to Josh and said, "God bless you."
Ouch.
And after Dad walked me down the aisle at the church, and again with his grin, he gave me away. And Father Paul, we turned around, he looked at Josh, he goes, "This is your last chance."
And how long have you guys been hitched?
It'll be 10 years this year.
Wow.
Well, you got yourself one hell of a great guy. I will say that
I do.
Josh and I haven't had a large opportunity to sit down and talk and everything, but from what we see of him and definitely how he treats you with respect, you got yourself a wonderful guy. But on the other hand, he got himself a wonderful girl too.
Well, thank you. Brian and I are both very lucky with our spouses and family.
Yeah. And Mom's doing pretty good, I take it?
Mom's doing well.
And I didn't get a chance to chat with her either during the banquet, nor even after. I do apologize for that. But again, there's just some great pictures that are showing up here and coming up on the screen. And also, Mr. Greg Schwoidok has joined the chat room here.
Oh, that's another one of Dad's buddies.
Yeah, here. So, Terri, we always end the broadcast with, what would your dad have said to someone who wanted to get involved in music? It could have been any genre of music whatsoever. But what would Dad have said if somebody wanted to maybe become a musician, a front man, a vocalist, a band leader, a band promoter? What information would your dad have shared with that individual?
I think he would have encouraged anyone to do anything if they had a musical inclination. Because especially in today's age, so many kids are tied up on their computers and their tablets and their phones and AI and everything. And this is, polkas and just music in general is so true and shows off such talents that people have. And I just think he would encourage them to go for whatever they thought they wanted to do. And don't let anyone else talk them out of that because they think it's silly or they, don't think they're going to make it. Not everybody's going to be Rod Stewart or Eddie B,
sure.
but if that's something you like, I know at least for me, and I think a lot of people, music's such a great form of therapy and relaxation, and just, when you don't want to watch the news, you don't want to do anything else. Josh and I often just sit on the porch and we have music on.
Yeah.
So,
nice.
Musicians impact people's lives more than I think some realize that. And I'm sad for people who don't understand and appreciate that because they don't know what they're missing.
Yeah, and it's funny because how many times you and I and a lot of other people, Brian I'm sure included, were ridiculed or laughed at because you liked polka music. Well, what is that? And we try so hard to get people involved in polka music that have never been to a dance or a festival. And sometimes like the U.S.P.A., the I.P.A., even a local dance, if you can get them and kidnap them and bring them there, and at least get them exposed to it, then it's kind of funny because 1 out of 3 will say, yeah, I want to come back. These people are crazy.
Yeah.
And it works. It really does, because they see that, there's normal, well, I can't say normal, but there's the average person that will go to a polka dance, and like I said, you get them hyped up, you introduce them to a lot of people, introduce them to the bands, and they just want to be part of the shtick, so to speak.
Yeah, Brian and Shayna brought their close friends, Jamie and Gavin, to Seven Springs last year, and their kids are around the same age as Brian and Shayna's oldest daughter, Brielle. And they stayed up there overnight, and they came into the dance, and they had a blast. And I just remember Jamie telling me, I need to come back next year, but I need to come for more days. So they really had a good time, because everybody is. They're so welcoming. You bring friends, they bring them all in, and it's such a good group of people.
And we do have to congratulate Mr. Les Lipchinsky on the President's Award this year as well. What a great guy, very well deserving. He takes a lot of pictures, some of which we are showing here as well on the broadcast today. But he's just an amazing guy too. We really love him.
He really is. And one of the most humble people you will ever meet, and just a like you said, wonderful guy. is on top of creating memories for so many of us as we're all, part of the mayhem in front of the bands or around the bands. And it's great to have him there. And he very, very much deserved that award.
Yes, he sure did. As well as your dad deserved the award that he received this year. And like we all say, it's just a doggone shame that he wasn't there to be there to receive it, but he was there.
He was, and I think maybe when YouTube and Facebook paused earlier, that was his way of telling us he was listening.
Oh, I didn't think of that. That's great. And we also want to remind people too that this broadcast is going to be there forever and a day on YouTube. So if you missed any of it or you want to catch certain excerpts of it, just go to youtube.com, type in Polkas After Dark, and type in Terri Greene interview, and that will be right there, and you'll be able to catch it as well as some other stuff. Terri, we can't thank you enough for spending the time. Please apologize to Josh and Mom and Brian because we took you away from doing a lot of stuff. We've been talking for an hour already, but it's just so easy. We could probably talk for another 6 or 7 hours.
Yeah, we probably could. And I want to thank you guys for having me on, and I want to thank you guys for everything you do. We all appreciate it.
Oh, well, thank you so much, hon. We love you, and give Mom a hug and a kiss from us the next time you see her, please.
Will do. Love you guys.
All right. Bye-bye, Terri. That, of course, is the lovely Terri Greene from Pennsylvania. She, I think, is residing in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. But originally, she was born and raised in Uniontown, Pennsylvania. And we are just so excited that she took the time. And even Devon's just mentioning now. Thank you, Terri, for sharing the story of your father. It's just amazing stuff. It really is. And again, we congratulate Tom's family and Tom himself for the Lifetime Achievement Award that he was so graciously admired and received at the United States Polka Association Convention this past Memorial Day weekend. Here's another song we've got. We're going to be playing some more Dynasonic songs. These things never get old. Here's one called Do You Love Me Polka.
Powiedzcie mi, Maryś, czy byś mnie chciała? Czy ty będziesz moja? Powiedz mi te słowa, Marysiu droga. Powiedzcie mi, Maryś, czy ty kochasz mnie? Powiedz mi te słowa, że ty będziesz moja, ożenimy się. Ja ci powiem, Jasiu, Jasiu, nie każdy ci wie. Tylko ciebie kocham, rączkę tobie podam, ożenimy się. Ja ci powiem, Jasiu, tylko cię kocham. Żadnego drugiego, tylko cię jednego w moim sercu mam.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Polka music at its finest right here on Polkas After Dark. Again, we can't thank Terri Greene, Terri Lipchinsky enough for taking the time and hanging out with us this afternoon. Also, greatly appreciated Josh's comments, Brian's comments when they were jumping in, kind of assisting us with some answers. And I do now remember that Roger's snare. The Dynasonic snare.
Okay.
That was just so crazy. Hey, Jerry, we also have some folks that we want to make mention. We need to congratulate. These kids ended up getting married this past weekend, and we are going to be showing that right during the course of this obedic. I won't go home obedic with the Dynasonics, but we do want to say a very special congratulations to Richie Dombrowski and his lovely Mrs. Renee. And here's that obedic that we promised you.
Nie pójdę do domu, aj z rano, nie pójdę do domu, aj będzie dzień. Nie pójdę do domu, bo Kaśka jest sama. Nie pójdę do domu, aż będzie dzień. Nie pójdę z Pesawem, bo mnie tu ubili. Nie pójdę do domu, aż będzie dzień.
Hey, there you go. More great polka music at its finest right here. Polkas After Dark. How about a nice happy Louie medley? Here's the Dynasonics.
Jabłka, jabłka, wysypałem jabłka, 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 hej, czerwone jabłka, 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 wysypałem jabłka, 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 hej, czerwone jabłka. Posłała mnie matka na górę do jabłka, a ja z góry na pracurę wysypałem jabłka. Gdzie mi się podziałem te siwe gołębie, co mi podziubały, dziewczynie pokę mnie. Gdzie mi się podziałem te siwe gołębie, zegarze na ścianie, ja ci wskazówki polamię. Hej, ty zegarze na ścianie, ja ci wskazówki polamię. Oj, prędko czas leci, wnet mi dorosną moje dzieci. Jak się starszeje, oj mój Boże, oj nikt mi temu nie pomoże. Hej, ty zegarze na ścianie, ja ci wskazówki polamię. Hej, ty zegarze na ścianie, ja ci wskazówki polamię. Śpiewamy, na taniec jedziemy, na taniec jedziemy, jedziemy, ładnie śpiewamy, na taniec jedziemy, jedziemy, ładnie śpiewamy, na taniec jedziemy. Kasia, Marysia, Jucia i Zosia, na taniec jedziemy. Zieleni się słonkiem, a na bratce siedzi Mania ze swoje kochankiem. Mama mowa na córunie, a jej szkoda odejść, bo go ty czas nic nie brudno, było mam nie godzi. Oj, córuniu, gdzie ty chodzić, czego się zniemiła? Gdzie te nóżki cię prowadzą i co tam zrobiła?
polka music at its finest right here on Polkas After Dark. Once again, we want to thank Terri so much for taking the time out of her busy day, but getting a chance to chat about Dad. I don't think she has any regrets that she did it. That is for sure. Hey, Jerry, so give a shout out to some more people here in the chat rooms.
All right, we are going to start with YouTube and say good evening to Donna Skachillis, Josh Greene, Polka TJ. It's kind of quiet over there. There's lots of people, but not many chatters. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was kind of unusual.
Yeah, but we had a lot of chatters in Facebook.
We did.
That is for sure. And this I see.
There we go.
We just lost the electrical feed for the for that.
So we have Andy Haverlick, Loretta Curtis Mackle, Joanne Lipchinsky's hanging with us, Jerry Ryeski, Devon was hanging with us.
Yes, saw that.
Lisa and Greg Sklavonic.
Yes.
Linda March. Molatchin.
Yeah.
Brian. CJ, Arlene Kowronski. Lindstein Brown jumped in for a little bit. Good evening to you. Bart Bukowski, Ann Holchek, Josh Greene, Sharon Roble Golden, Ron Peruki, Maddie Misiak, Jeffrey Osika, James Robert, Brian Samansky, Jail's hanging with us, Linda Swiderski, Bernie Gorick.
Bernie's here. I didn't see him pop in. Hey, also, we want to make mention, too, congratulations to the new Mr. and Mrs. Dombrowski, Richie and Renee. What a beautiful bride she made.
Absolutely.
And look at them just bubbling from ear to ear.
Yes, congratulations to you guys. We have the whole Bukowski family with us.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. All
Everybody
the Bukowskis are here. Yep.
Holy smokes.
So good evening to you guys. Yep. Al, Eric, happy Father's Day.
Yes.
Alan, right?
Yeah, Alan, yes.
I didn't want to forget Alan.
No,
happy
Alan.
Father's Day to you guys. And to everyone. All the dads out there, all the moms who are dads, the stepdads, those that step up and fill in when needed.
For being a dad.
Yeah.
Uncles.
All
that good stuff. Hey, here's a beautiful waltz.
Słoneczko zasło, czynnik zagasło i gwiazdy świecą już nad wodem w zielonym gaju. Ptaszki śpiewają, ptaszki śpiewają.
Awesome tune right there, and we want to thank everybody for hanging out with us this afternoon on Polkas After Dark. As we always say around this time, we thank you ever so much for putting us on, and if you've been listening in your car,
thanks for the ride.
You're tuned to Polkas After Dark. We will see you next week, Saturday, and then on Sunday, we get a chance to talk live with Mr. Mike Selecki, and he is going to be joining us in the hot seat for an interview on Sunday afternoon. We also want to send out a big shout out, happy birthday number 70 to Big Al Bukowski. Happy birthday to you. Here's Stash Balanda.
Happy birthday from all of us to you. Happy birthday, may all your dreams come true. When you wish upon a star, we hope your wish comes true. Happy birthday from all of us to you. When you wish upon a star, we hope your wish comes true. Happy birthday from all of us to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
100 lat, niech żyje nam. 100 lat, niech żyje nam. Jeszcze raz, niech żyje nam, niech żyje nam. Clap your hands and give a cheer, let's have some fun, the gang's all here. Join us now, let's have a party, come on down and party. Let's have a party, with all our friends, let's have a good time, don't let it end. We got the people, and lots of beer, tonight at 7, they'll all be here.
Well, happy birthday to you, Big Al Bukowski. Many, many more coming your way, sir.
Join us Sunday, July 19th, 2026 for the Buffalo Polka Booster 56th Annual Summer Picnic from 2 until 7 p.m. Music will be provided by 7 at Clocks Grove, 1245 Seneca Creek Road, West Seneca, New York, 14224. Food will be served from 3 until 6 p.m. Burgers, hot dogs, Italian sausage with peppers and onions, watermelon, chef salad, and homemade macaroni salad. Members are $35, guests are $40, children up to the age of 12 are free. Ticket price includes music, food, beer, soda, and water. There's also a cash bar available. Pre-sale tickets only, no exceptions, limited amount of tickets available. No tickets will be sold after July 8th, and no tickets will be sold at the door. For tickets, call Chris at 716-771-1076 or Jen at 716-912-9393.
And if you watched Polkas After Dark's live version Saturday, June the 13th, you know that Jerry and I mentioned that if you're coming in from out of state and you've never attended the Buffalo Polka Booster Picnic, now's your chance. For guests only, non-members, Polkas After Dark is offering you $10 off your $40 admission to the Buffalo Polka Booster Summer Picnic 2026. For details, call Chris Tansky at 716-771-1076 and let her know that you want to take advantage of this Polkas After Dark special pricing and your admission ticket will only be $30, and that includes food, music, beer, pop, and soda. See you at the Buffalo Polka Booster Picnic, July the 19th.
Silver invitation to the big band in the sky. attention to applause and the cheers. They want to hear the songs they know and fill their bellies full of beers. 'Cause they don't know what they got until it's gone, like it or not. Our time will come when we will say goodbye, and there's no more waiting. Got a silver invitation to the big band in the sky. We don't know